All right, hey everyone, welcome or welcome back. This is going to be the weekly reading, weekly check-in, and what Spirit wants you to know for the first week of June 2026 for the sign of Libra. So this is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. And it is for the week of May 31st through June 6th, 2026. All right. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. All right. And, as we all know, not every reading, especially collective readings, are for everyone. So, like I said, take what resonates. And it is normal and it is okay if not every reading completely resonates with you or resonates at all. And with these zodiac readings, simply look at your other placements. Hopefully, there is a message in one of them for you. Okay. All right, we are going to get one oracle card and then move on to tarot. Spirit, what do Libra and Libra placements need to know for this first week of June? Okay, so what do we have here? Closed off, anxiety, refuse to give in, silence within. All right, so let's get into this here. I hope that this reading is finding you all well and that you have a great start to your week here. One more shuffle. All right, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what do Libra and Libra placements need to know for this week, please? Okay, we have the Ace of Cups. We also have the Eight of Swords. That basically talks about that anxiety there. So there might be a new beginning in love that you might be feeling anxious about. There could be something that you have seen or heard, some kind of information that you either are looking for or something that you found out that is causing this anxiety. Okay. I mean, it's always possible that there's someone keeping an eye on you as well. But I feel like, there is something here that you're finding out or that you have found out. Okay. There might be something that you feel regretful for, maybe regretful of spending more time, energy, effort, anything like that. It could have to do with maybe you compromised your standards, your inner standards. Could also be something related to commitment. Okay. Something that maybe you've potentially either committed to or something you felt committed to, and it's something that you've put a lot of time, energy, and investment in. Maybe you've been waiting to see the results of this, but I feel like maybe you haven't really experienced the fruits of your labor just yet, and that might be part of what this regret is about. But I do feel like you are looking for a new beginning here of some sort. Okay. Something that makes your heart happy, something that you feel emotionally content and emotionally happy about. But there's something here that's giving you anxiety. Okay. And like I said, it could be something that you've seen or heard. You might have heard this from someone. You might have seen this online. You might have overheard something. It could also be that maybe you saw something maybe on someone's phone, like a text message or something like that. But there is something that is causing you regret, that maybe you've regretted spending the amount of time, like I said, energy, effort into whatever this whatever it was that you've committed yourself to in the past. So on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Three of Wands. So I feel like you are looking toward the future here, and you are, trying to basically decide what is best for you and what is best for your heart in the future. Okay. What for Libra and Libra placements are the challenges for this week, Spirit? Or what is the challenge area here? Okay, so we have the Ten of Swords. All right, so there might have been an ending, or there could be an impending ending here. And this could be, again, what's causing anxiety for you, especially if you resonate with Whatever this ending is, it being significant as far as with your time, your energy, your effort, something you've committed yourself to. Okay. And I feel like, maybe you found something out that's creating anxiety for you, like you don't know which direction to go in right now. But with the 10 of swords, it's a heartbreaking and painful ending. Okay, so there's something either that has ended or there's something that's ending. Okay, we do have the Knight of Pentacles as well. So it is very possible that there's something that has been taking a very long time to progress, that maybe, if this is a, I don't necessarily see that it's a love situation per se at this point, but it could be. We'll have to see what else comes out. But whatever it is, it took a very long time. With this Seven of Pentacles, this investment, the seeds that you've planted, I feel like it's taken a very long time for you to see, like I said, the fruits of your labor, and for, whatever you felt was at the end of the tunnel here, you haven't seen that yet. And so things have just taken a very long time. It could have to do with money. It could be stability and security wise, okay, that this is related to. We do have the Nine of Pentacles here. So, I'm not sure if you are independent right now, but the challenge here is it could be becoming independent. It could be the idea of being independent. If you, do resonate with this being a relationship that's been stagnant, that has not progressed the way that you wanted it to, it's very possible that becoming independent is difficult for you. It's a difficult concept. It's a difficult thing to grasp, especially if this relationship has been gone on for a while. Okay. Maybe financially, it's something that you have difficulty, um, you know, figuring out how you'll be able to handle things on your own. Okay. But, the Nine of Pentacles, it is an energy of independence. It is an energy of being happily single, being content with your own company, and basically working on yourself, working on your stability and your security by yourself. And it really is just one pentacle away from the 10 of Pentacles. So it's basically, making things happen for yourself. So I feel like, if this is a situation where you were dealing with someone else, but things were just not progressing, especially in a financial aspect, then, it is possible that you yourself might be able to attain this alone without this person. Okay. So, but for a lot of you, I do feel that it is possible that just being either independent in general might be a challenge, or just getting to this point for one reason or another might be a challenge. And it could be that anxiety that's affecting that. Okay. Yeah. Two of Pentacles. I feel like you're going back and forth. You haven't made up your mind here yet, but you are very hopeful. Okay. And the thing is that it might be difficult to remain hopeful in this situation, just because you're not sure of what the future brings. Okay, with the Star. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the King of Pentacles. So it is very possible that this is involving another person, male or female, doesn't matter the gender. Okay, but this might also be you as well. Okay, so whatever you resonate with. So if this is another person, this could be someone that, maybe you were married to or are married to, could be someone that you're in a long-term connection with or relationship with. But this person, I mean, they could be an earth sign. They could also be very high up in their career or very career oriented. Could be someone who's very in tune with wanting to be a provider and provide stability and security, especially financially. But sometimes they can be, overly concerned with, their career and getting to a certain place in life as well. So, that could be someone you're dealing with, but it could also be, like I said, you, where, it's a challenge for you to get into this energy. Not only be in that Nine of Pentacles where you're independent, and by yourself, but also being able to provide that stability and security for yourself. Okay. Spirit, what is the focus area here for Libra and Libra placements for this first week of June, please? Let's see here. What is the focus area for Libra and Libra placements, please? What should Libra focus on this week? Okay. So we have death, again, another card of endings. So I feel that no matter what is going on, if you are worried about an ending, I feel like, this ending is meant to happen. Okay. If you're worried about how to go about this ending, I feel that the reason for, endings are never easy. Okay. And endings most likely are always or usually very painful. Okay. To one degree or another. And so with the 10 of Swords, yes, it's going to be painful. Okay. But Spirit not only wants you to, understand that endings do happen, but with death, it's an ending, but also with transformation, because this is death and rebirth. But death in general is about endings with transformation. So there were lessons involved with this situation, whatever it is for you. And there's a lot of growth that's involved as well. So that is the goal and that was the mission behind this. And, it will provide a lot of healing here for you. So you might be a little resistant to that healing right now, but, definitely try to heal, learn the lessons that, have been presented here for you. Allow your soul to grow and transform because of this. Okay. We did have this closed off card. Like I said, it does talk about anxiety. But maybe, you feel like you're closed off to being alone or doing things on your own. Okay. You might be closed off to this ending. Okay. We have the 3 of Cups here. So I feel like Spirit wants you to focus on your loved ones right now. Focus on spending time with the people that make you happy in your life and the things that make you happy. Okay. Because the 3 of Cups is a card talking about having a good time, celebration, things like that, spending time with friends and family. Okay. Maybe you've been so focused on certain things that you haven't spent much time with, your loved ones. And, these are the people that will lift you up. Okay. These are the people that will make you happy. Okay. And that might allow you to go through that transformational period as well. Okay. There could be someone here that is going to possibly give you a love offer or come and express their feelings to you. If that is something that you are not resonating with, and it could be an apology as well. But like I said, if that's not something you're resonating with, because I don't really see necessarily that there are other cards involved with this per se, it could be that Spirit just wants you to pour into your own cup here. Okay. And, show yourself that self-love. Okay. But also stay in this Swords energy as well. Okay. The Queen of Swords is actually your court card. Okay. Being Libra, and, stay in that logical, rational mindset. Don't necessarily close off your heart space, but make decisions or move in the direction that your logical and rational mind is telling you. And if it is someone that's returning or someone that is giving you a love offer, if it's something that you are not interested in, definitely be in that mind space and don't be afraid to, reject this person. Okay. So that's only if that resonates for you. But for those of you who don't resonate with there being possibly someone that might be, returning after this ending, definitely, pour into yourself. And, actually I'm being told by Spirit, no matter what the situation is, whether you do resonate with someone returning or not, definitely pour into yourself, but stay in that swords energy where you still you're kind of detached from emotion. So you're doing this more out of a rational space, okay, and making decisions from that rational space here, because it's unfortunate, but whatever you've been through, is causing it's caused you heartbreak. You have had heartbreak in the past. You potentially have had heartbreak if there is someone here with whoever this ending is in regard to. Okay, and spirit wants you to maintain your boundaries, basically. Okay, do what's best for you and maintain your boundaries. Okay. Um, Anything else, Spirit, as far as focus area for Libra? Yeah, I feel like whatever this is, if this is, like I said, whoever this person is or whatever this ending is, obviously it's causing you a lot of anxiety. Okay, maybe it's something you haven't really wanted to think about, or maybe that's the other person if there's another person involved. For some of you, this doesn't have to do with an actual person. It could be an ending with um, a job. It could be anything here. But whatever it is, Spirit wants you to focus on moving on to calmer waters for yourself. Whatever maintains a sense of peace and harmony for you, and gets rid of this sense of anxiety, is the way you need to move toward. Okay. On the bottom of the deck is the Magician. Make things happen for yourself. Okay. Of course, manifest, as we all know how to manifest, but definitely make things happen for yourself as well. Okay. So that's what Spirit's saying for the focus for this week. All right. So signs that we have water, we've got air, earth, and fire. All signs are here. We also have Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio. And then we have Gemini and Virgo here with the Magician. All right. Well, I hope that this helped and brought you some clarity and insight for this week, Libra, and Libra placements. If you feel like it resonated, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, take care and namaste.